Hello everyone, welcome back to Total Football Talk. So I made a video this morning and the sound on it was absolutely shocking. So I'm doing it without the mic at the minute. I'm just running off the phone. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Keith. I'm the host of Total Football Talk. And we're going to look at the latest news that I was talking about earlier today. And yes, we will go through it again. I will try to anyway. Top story, Sean Longstaff to Manchester United. What do we think? Joe, I see your opinions on that. And you're right. We are shopping in the bargain basement aisle. And yeah, that is where we are at the minute. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at Manchester United are still interested in Jarrad Branthwaite, which is interesting considering it was a long-term target for the old regime under Ten Hag, but apparently we're back looking at him. We'll also look at the fact that Luke Shaw's now back in favour, as in he's on grass, about to start playing again, which is great. Or is it? Mason Mount also back from injury, which is good news, and he is fit and ready and available to go. We will look at what Antony has said. We will also look at what has been said about Jonathan David and what Jaap Stam has said about Fringpong, because I know you guys out there are big sort of advocates of Fringpong. So that's all the news that we'll look at the minute. We'll fly through the stories. If you're enjoying the content, I really appreciate all the views and the likes and the subscribes. Thank you very much, everyone who's been checking in on it. Really appreciate it. Subscribe and get your comments in below. That would be magic. We'll move on with the story. Sean Longstaff to Manchester United. What do we all think about this? Now, I had my say on this earlier, so I'll say it again. I think that we are in trouble if we're actually looking at Sean Longstaff. He is a midfielder who plays against, he is kind of the second-rate midfielder, where Tonali, Guimaraes, and Joe Linton are their primary midfield players for Newcastle, and they're three excellent midfielders, and I think they're probably better than what we currently have at the minute. And we're now looking at their cast-offs. Sean Longstaff's coming to the end of his contract. He's going to be 27. You know, it's a deal we looked at a few years ago, back in 2017, I think, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We were going to pay a lot of money for Longstaff because apparently he was the answer to we were missing Michael Carrick. He was never the answer to Michael Carrick then, and he's not the answer to Michael Carrick now, because Michael Carrick would probably still fit into our midfield right now. But I don't believe that he would be the answer. I don't think we should be looking at this. In my opinion, I just think he's a professional. He's coming to the end of his contract, and we just need to be looking elsewhere to try and bring in something that is sort of more relevant to where we need to be. We need to be getting best in class, first in class, call it what you want, according to Jim Radcliffe and Ineos. But you know, if we're looking at Sean Longstaff, he is certainly not first in class. He is a professional who's done very well in his career, always plays well against Manchester United, funny enough, has caused us problems in the past. But if we're looking to kind of prop the league, I don't think we're going to be able to achieve it with Sean Longstaff kind of in, you know, as part of our moving forward strategy. I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, we'll move on to the next day, and we are looking at apparently Manchester United are interested still in and are willing to stump up 50 million to land Jarrad Branthwaite from Everton. Now, what do we all think about this? Get your thoughts in below. Jarrad Branthwaite to United. Would you be happy with him? Would you like to see him come? As I said before, we were keen under Ten Hag to bring him in, but obviously there was a 70 million price tag. It's now dropped to 50 million. I still think 50 million is too much. I don't know if we would need to go with 50 million. I think we should try and get him for a bit less if we are interested, and he is someone we'd like to pursue. Now, obviously, we're going to lose Lindelof in the summer. We're going to lose Maguire the year after. We're going to lose Johnny Evans. And that doesn't leave us then. That's three players that are potentially going out the door in the next kind of 12 to 18 months. Actually, probably less than that, actually, because obviously Lindelof and Evans will leave in the summer. And we've got to have people, especially if we're playing three at the back, we're going to need players to be able to come in and play that system. Now, he is left-footed. I think he's decent on both feet, predominantly more left-footed. He could come in and play that left side, which would be, you know, a help. He has got the attributes of a good centre-half, and he's got Premier League experience. But 50 million, I just think it's a bit too much for me. I don't know if he's worth that. Yeah. So get your thoughts in. what do you think of Jarrad Branthwaite potentially coming to Manchester United in the summer? Now, obviously, there was apparently good news with Luke Shaw coming back to Manchester United, and he has returned. He's now training on the grass, and in recent weeks he's been focusing his rehabilitation to get himself into a much better condition. Now, interesting that Luke Shaw's now, if he's going to be back and he's going to be available for us as we move forward. Obviously, we've lost Martinez for probably the rest of the season and a substantial part of next year. We have obviously had Heaven come in, who's got injured. Lucky enough, I think Heaven's going to return quickly from all the reports we're reading, which is brilliant news. But can Luke Shaw stay fit? Can he do a job between now and the end of the season? And can we potentially sell him or move him on somehow in the summer, so we're actually going to get his wages off the books, because he's still on a substantial figure, over 200k a week. I think it's good that he's back. Interesting that he's back, but is he going to be able to, come in and give us something on that left side? Obviously, he's not going to play in Dogu's position. He's not going to be able to bomb up and down the wing and defend like he was in the past. His body's not capable of kind of recovering and allowing him to do that. So I think, back three, left side, he could come in and he could do a job if he can stay fit to the end of the season. But we'll just have to wait and see whether he is actually capable of that. Get your thoughts in. What do you think? What would you like to see happen Luke Shaw before the end of the season? Would you like to see Luke Shaw stay? Would you like to see him go? Tell me what you're thinking. It would be great to hear from you on that one. Now, you guys have been talking about Fringpong, and Fringpong obviously is a Jaap. From what Jaap Stam was saying, Jaap Stam's Dutch, Fringpong's Dutch. Fringpong is actually playing quite well at the minute. Jaap Stam has urged Manchester United to see the transfer of Bayer Leverkusen's right winger Jeremy Fringpong. Fringpong can play in the right wing back. He can also play as a right winger. He's got the pace and he's very direct and he can score goals and he can create chances. I think he would be a very interesting player for Manchester United to look at, and he would certainly fit in the style on that right hand side. He's a lot of qualities and he's doing well in the German division, and I think he would be a great fit for Manchester United system. I do think that Manchester United would be interested in this player. I think it's well worth looking at, and we would be remiss not to get the opportunities of bringing him in if we can do so. I think Fringpong would be very, very important to us going forward. And I can see my light is dying, absolutely dying, so I'm just going to show you what Antony went to say. You can see I've got no light left at all. So Antony said, the sun here helps a lot. This city is better than Manchester. So good old Antony is there it is there, the sun. So he's happy in the sun, and he's happy that all is well with Real Betis at the minute. As I said before, please, if he can keep on doing what he's doing, then maybe we can sell him and we can make some money on him, and that would be absolute bonus going forward. That would be great. If we can do. And now finally, the last little story was, that was my last story. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I've lost the light. Today's been a shambles. I apologize. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you would, and help me out. I need to get some lights in here. And thank you very much for listening. I'm Keith, and we'll see you tomorrow.